you have a collection of n objects and a collection of m objects, then surely their combined collection should have n plus m objects, right? Well, if you know me, you know I like to see a proof. Okay, let's make this rigorous. So I know that a set S has n objects if there's a perfect one-to-one association or correspondence between the numbers 1 to n and the elements of S. So we write this as a function, f from 1 to n to S, which is a bijection or a perfect one-to-one association. So similarly, T has m objects if there's some bijection G from 1 to m to the elements of T. Our goal then is to find a bijection H from the elements 1 to n plus m to the set S union T. But I want this union to be disjoint because I don't want any objects in common. I don't want there to be any overlap. Okay, so how can we construct this? Well, we can do it by gluing F and G together. So let's write out the numbers 1 to n plus m. Okay, I noticed that these first n numbers can be associated with objects in S using F. And then the last m numbers, so n plus 1 to n plus m, I can use G to map those to objects in T. Okay, so that tells me how to maybe construct H so that I get objects in S disjoint union T. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Let's define H that maps 1 to n plus m to S union T. And I'm going to define that by saying H of I is either f of I if I is between 1 and n, so if that's the first n numbers, and it's going to be g of I minus n if I is larger than n. So in other words, those last m numbers. Then surely H is injective. It's 1 to 1, since both F and G are injective, and the union S union T is disjoint. So in other words, there's no overlap between them. That means that we're not double counting anything with H. Also, H is onto or surjective since all the elements of S are being hit by F, and all the elements of T are being hit by G. So in other words, since F and G are surjective, so is H, and combining those together gives us a bijection in H. So in other words, I've checked the definition and I see that combining n objects together with m objects, I get n plus m objects.